I'm Megan.
And I'm Kassy.
And ours is Fight for Life. So our action plan, we were pro-life, and for those of you who don't know what pro-life is, it's when women have a choice to abort a child if they're pregnant and they don't want the child, or if they feel like they can't cope with the child. So we are trying to help those women make a different decision. But we are not trying to convince everyone that abortion is wrong. We've always been trying to just raise awareness for women who feel like they can't cope with the child. So we're not trying to tell you that you have to be anti-abortion. We just want to help women see that there might be another option for them instead of aborting a child. And we're also trying to inform them. So our cause is called Save the Storks, and it's a mobile organization where there are these buses and they park outside abortion clinics. Now they do have the permission to, and then women can come inside and they get a free ultrasound so that they can see their child. And then 3 out of 5 women who enter the bus get to actually choose to keep their child, so that's very good. And we researched a little bit more about this organization and knew that it was going to be the best to support. And so far we have raised $140 and we will donate it this weekend, and we hope that the Save the Storks bus will be bought.
One of our achievements have been reached by raising money. There will hopefully be another Save the Storks bus so that more women can get in and see if they want to keep their baby. So one day I was checking my email and I seen an email from Melissa Peterson. I was just thinking of someone from the high school trying to tell you about their class and ask if you want to take it. And I was reading the class, as I was reading the email, I got this huge smile on my face. I started jumping up and down and I got really excited. I tossed my iPad at Maegan and she started reading it and she got the biggest grin on her face and started jumping with me. I clicked on her name and it said Melissa at SaveTheStorks.com, and so it said, "Hi Kassy, I heard about your recent school project and that you chose Save the Storks as your cause. That's awesome and thank you for supporting us and for helping us spread the word. It takes much courage to speak out about something that is so controversial and not all people in favor of. That can be challenging and frustrating. Just remember though, there will always be others with different opinions and against a particular cause, but don't let that discourage you and keep you from doing things you're passionate about. All it takes is one person to make a difference." She also told us about the starfish story, which is really cool because Mr. Prescott shared it with us too. After I read the email, and I think it was 2 days afterwards, we found out that someone emailed to Save the Storks and complaining about us that the school was promoting being anti-abortion when they weren't. But getting that email made us realize that we just wanted to fight harder, and we wouldn't have been recognized by Melissa, and we wouldn't have gotten it.
Alright, so things that weren't successful was our donation box, but we do appreciate the dime donation from Shelby. But we didn't really expect the donation box to have much of an impact, so when we only got the dime, we weren't that surprised. And so one of the big things that came up during our Change the World project was an email, and a concerned community member emailed Mr. Wilcox and complained about us being pro-life. And they said it was outrageous and that anything pertaining to this topic should be removed from the school. So sadly, our paragraph out of the announcements had to be taken down and the posters were taken down. And so that was really hard because we're just okay, now what, how are we going to even spread what we're trying to do? So we were kind of crushed by that, and a lot of people didn't approve, and our parents were really supportive about it and trying to help us. So like we said before, our goal was never to change the school to become anti-abortion. We're just trying to help raise money and awareness for these women who feel like they can't cope with a child. And so if you don't like our posters, don't read them and don't donate. So we should have had the right to keep our posters up. And next time, $140 is still good, but something else we could have done was we could have done dodgeball. We could have gone door to door because that worked really well for other groups. And then we also could have talked to Mr. Wilcox a little more when the topic came up about people trying to take down our posters. We had tried to talk to him, but he was never available. So we could have pressed a little harder to try to talk to him. And then we also could have practiced a little more for our speech. I felt like it didn't go as well, but at least we got what we were trying to say out there.
I learned that I need to have a lot of determination because no matter what, we had to keep fighting. And after the email about having to take our stuff down, we were a little bit disappointed, but we just wanted to put them back up and fight harder. quit and say, you know, they don't like our posters and stuff, they don't like what we're doing, we should just stop. But we didn't. And we also had to put up with a lot knowing that people were nosy and didn't like what you were doing. And there was also kids in high school telling them how it wasn't an age-appropriate topic. So in the end, we turned out to be just fine. We got enough money to donate, and we raised awareness, and that was just what we wanted to do. Overall, the result was good.
Okay, so some things I learned about me was I've pretty much known this from the start, but I'm a perfectionist and I like getting everything perfect. So when things came up in like just doing our speech or something, I got really frustrated with when things weren't going my way. So that's something that I really need to work on. And then also when I'm faced with problems, I usually get to a point where I'm just like, oh gosh, now what? But with the support from the email from Melissa and Kassy and my parents, I just felt a lot better and we could just keep going on with what we were doing. And finally, I really just want to help teens and young women who don't know how to cope with a child because that's really hard. And just like put yourself in their shoes, scared and alone or something. So that's always something that I want to do. And if an opportunity arises, then I want to take that chance to do that.
What I learned about other people was most people have different opinions and they don't always agree with what you're doing. Like the email from a concerned community member was completely against what we were doing, and it was fine with us. And we had to, like, there's some people ignored, like, that came to our presentation, some people didn't donate, and they didn't really, like, take anything from our presentation.
Okay, so what I learned from human nature, kind of like what Kassy said, people won't agree with you at all. Just because with the controversial topic, it's really hard to have some bad stuff out there. And people can also be persistent when they don't like what you're doing. They may try to disrupt what you're doing and get their point across.
We've always believed in being pro-life. We were done raising money